First of all, I'm just curious, what was your initial reaction when you found out? I mean, we got word 2 p.m. Eastern, there was going to be a big announcement from the palace. Everyone was scrambling behind the scenes. What was your reaction when you saw the video?
I was very saddened. And what a brave young woman this is. And, you know, I knew this would happen because I've been banging on your channel too, asking for people to give her space and time as a woman, as a wife, and as a mother. But no one seemed to listen because, you know, these horrible stories, they seem to sort of catch light and take people by, you know, the surprise. So I felt really, really sorry for her, and I hope that she wasn't sort of forced into this position by these cruel, speculative coverage which she's had over the past week. In fact, I wrote to William at the beginning of this week, and I said to him, please don't let her come out onto the public stage until she is ready, because you know she deserved that privacy. She is a public figure. She is the Princess of Wales, our future queen. But why was she treated so badly by so many people? There will be a lot of red faces and embarrassed faces around the world now from people that thought that she was dead, or she was having an affair, or she was splitting from her husband. Yeah. And it's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
What do you
she
think?
Was just wanting space.
What do you think, Paul, was happening behind the scenes leading up to this video statement? I mean, do you think she was pressured into it? Because you look back historically, I mean, the royals don't normally talk about these kinds of things, it doesn't seem.
I think she wanted to squash it once and forever because they were getting out of hand. And these rumors since the picture was published, she has a small family to protect, and those children are listening to other children at school. Incidentally, this announcement came on the day when the children break up school, and now she can take her children and her husband off to Sandringham for the privacy on the King's estate, and hopefully she will have space and time now to recover, which she richly deserves.
I want to read you again Harry and Meghan's statement because it was short. It said, "We wish health and healing for Kate and the family and hope they are able to do so privately and in peace." I mean, you know, Harry, you are part of that family. Yes. Reading between the lines, I guess I was expecting something. It was just one line. What do you think is happening there? I mean, is he going to go to England? Do you think they've been in communication?
No, I don't. I think that the line has been drawn in the sand, and Harry and Meghan know that their life is now in California. I don't think that it would make matters any better if they got on an airplane and came to England. In fact, it would probably make it worse because they would bring a media storm with them. So for the time being, I think Harry and Meghan should stay in California, let William take charge of his family, and for the time being, there is no possibility of a reconciliation. Most families do have this reconciliation when there is a serious illness in the family, but I'm afraid Harry has burned his bridges, and there's no way forward for William and Harry.
You knew Princess Diana well. What do you think he would advise Harry to do in this situation? I mean, again, I'm just thinking about a brother here. You know, it seems like they should be closer right now. I mean, certain things have to rise above everything else.
Well, they should, of course, because, you know, now William is carrying a huge burden. He is out of action. The king is out of action. The royal family look pretty depleted at the moment. And that's the time when you turn to your nearest and dearest and you turn to Harry. But you see, Harry was brought up with Diana, knowing the rules and the regulations. And Harry forgot these rules and regulations when he wrote Spare, when he did the Oprah interview. He said too many things, too many private things. He criticized Kate, and he criticized William, and he criticized his father and his late grandmother and Camilla. And, you know, too much was said. And I don't think they want to let Harry back into the fold at this delicate time, because he would only go back to America and give an exclusive interview to the media. So they can't trust him. They don't trust him anymore. So his place is with his family in California, and William's place is looking after his bubble and keeping his family safe.
Yeah, it's certainly just a very sad situation all around, and it makes you wonder about the family dynamic. And, you know, you think about Princess Diana and what she would have wanted, and the fact that her sons are so far apart during such a tragic time. Paul Burrell, we really appreciate you coming on. Thank you so much.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.